The year is 2020. All genres of games have been assimilated to Battle Royale. First-person shooters are Battle Royales. Third-person shooters are Battle Royales. Racing games are dead. Japan has closed its borders, no longer allowing other countries to take their JRPGs and turn them into Battle Royale games. Doom Battle Royale comes out tomorrow. It seems the world is forced to endure shooting Battle Royales. The world is lost. What the? What's that? In the distance? Could it be our savior? It looks to... Ah, no, wait, that's just Gmail playing Monster Hunter. Wait! But what's that next to him? Oh my god, it's white! It has no facial features! Could it be the fabled different Battle Royale?
Yes, child, you have found it. The fabled game-changing Battle Royale.
God? Is that you?
Yes, I have led you to this fabled new Battle Royale game, in the hopes of changing the way the world perceives Battle Royales. In time, others may make other unique Battle Royale games, such as this.
Can't we just make other games that are not Battle Royales?
No.
Okay, but what if I...
No.
Fine, jackass. Who knew God to be such a dick?
You're talking a lot of shit for someone in smiting range.
Alright, I'll get it. I'll go to the review. Sheesh, no one can take a joke anymore. Fall Guys is a physics game show battle royale. Imagine Human Fall Flat and Gang Beast mashed together with a dash of Mario Party and Wipeout, and seasoned with a tiny bit of battle royale. Bam! You've got Fall Guys, cooked at a perfect medium well. We don't eat any of that rare shit over here, you know what I'm saying? The game is much more unique as a battle royale than, say, other more popular battle royales. For one, it's a platformer, a racer, a memory game, and a team game, depending on the minigames. Actually, there's only one memory game, so everything else but that. So already, there's a lot more variety than the other ones. The game plays like a television show, more akin to something along the lines of Wipeout, as opposed to the other television show that I've watched, which was Fear Factor back in like 2004. Man, I already reviewed a Battle Royale last time. Can I just review The Hunt? I've been playing it, don't think it's that good, but could be a more interesting video. Like, I kind of miss my first-person shooters. Fuck. It's been only Battle Royale games for a while now. I mean, at least this one's going to be fun to play. Fall Guys pits you against 60 other players, each competing to reach the goal so that you may qualify for the next round. Each round is split up into minigames, whether it's be one of the first 40 people to reach the goal in time, or push your team's ball to the end first. Whatever the minigame is, the point is to qualify. Some of the minigames have team variants, where you play with a team of people. If your team is in the last place when the timer is up, the entire team is fucked. However, not all minigames will disqualify you immediately if you aren't the quickest. For example, some minigames just require you to do the obstacle course and make it to the end. Theoretically, the entire lobby can make it. But theoretically, I could also get a master's degree in astronomy, and I sure as hell don't see any telescopes near me. The minigames are challenging, but the hardest part is managing the other 59 idiots who will more than likely screw you and them over. They will bump into you, each other slip, and drag you down with them. Make no mistake, even if you know these people, they will sandbag you. There's only 3 buttons in the game: jump, dive, grab. Grabbing is used to grab other people and potentially make them fall to their death, or just screw them up. You know what that means? That means 33.3% of the buttons, not counting menu buttons, are there for you and other dickheads to fuck over another person's run. And you know what?
I love it.
You know when you're playing Mario Kart and you know you're going to lose, so you just turn around and start driving in the wrong direction into other people, hoping to be the next video they show at Driver's Ed? Yeah, it's like that. That guy going to make a jump that could potentially win him the game? Not on my watch. The person in the bird costume who's in last place that just got the game and is trying to learn it, better learn to not catch these hands. They grab indiscriminately, bitch. The game is designed for you to have fun, no matter how you decide to play it. Speaking of how you decide to play it, you can play with your friends. You and up to 3 other dickheads can take the game jumping, diving, and grabbing to victory. but remember, there can only be one winner, so I hope you trust your friends as far as you can grab them, because I know I can't trust mine. There are multiple different types of minigames. I know I said that earlier, but let me go into more detail. There are a total of 25 minigames, which I was surprised to hear that there were that many. Every time I've played, unless I was super lucky, I would get the same 7 minigames in a row. The minigames can be categorized into 4 different categories: teams, races, survival, and finales. Team games are mostly just a clutter of all the other ones together. Chances are, whatever minigame you're playing, there's probably a team version of it. Races are just that, races. Some of them are survival based, others are qualify based. Survival minigames are as followed: don't be one of the first X amount of people to die first, and finales are when the game gets down to at least, I want to say 12, maybe 14 people, I think. Oh, there's actually 4 finales. One where you need to be the first person to grab the crown, one where you need to hold the tail before the time runs out, bet you couldn't tell the devs are furries, one where you need to jump across a bar while platforms fall, and my personal favorite, Hexagon, where every tile you run over disappears after a second, and you try to be the last one to fall through multiple layers. Now let me give you a quick rabbit rundown, see what I did there, on the best and worst minigames. Let's start with the best. Hexagon, which I already talked about. Rollout, which is basically a survival mode where you try to stay on top of rolling cylinders. Jinx, which is basically the infection mode from Time Splitter's Future Perfect. And most of the racing games are pretty cool. And Jump Showdown, which is jumping over a bar while 2 other bars are above it, spinning at different speeds. Now for the bad ones. The absolute worst one is Perfect Match, where you wait 15 seconds while pictures flash on the ground and then you need to stand on the right one. Game Rant says it's a test of reaction time and memory. Bullshit! This is a sit around for 15 seconds on your phone and then follow the crowd. It's the absolute worst one. It is the worst minigame. It's just so bad. It is the worst one, and if you like it, go to my Twitter and send me your address so I can send you religious pamphlets, because you need Jesus in your life right now. The soccer minigame is pretty bad too, at least in my opinion. I'm American, not Brazilian. Team Tail Tag and Tail Tag are cool to play, and they have a cool concept, until you realize that you can sit around for a while until the last second to grab a tail. There's also a lot of randomness in the game, and normally that's a plus, but with this game, I think it should have a little more consistency when it comes to minigames, or lest you get fucked. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I hate saying that, I really do, but it's the only way to kind of build an audience. Seeing those numbers go up also increases my dopamine, so please let me have some dopamine, please. Oh Christ, I'm already 4 pages in the script. Anyways, it might seem like I'm giving the game a lot of praise, or not, but let me get into the parts I really don't like. For one, I dislike the fact that there's no real store. Instead, items rotate within certain times. I feel that this just creates a false sense of FOMA, or fear of missing out. They can keep the rotations, but there should be something akin to a real store, you know? At least for basic shit, like certain colors or small outfits. Either that, or, I cannot believe I am going to be saying this right now, they should have a loot box system. Something akin to Sieges, where you can spend in-game currency to get a chance at some new items. Besides that, there's a lot of connection issues. There are times when I'm playing with my boys, and I'm the only one to get into a game. I'm not sure if this is related to server issues or not, but it's still important to note. Speaking of server issues, I do occasionally get entire lobbies dropped, but I imagine this will be fixed soon. Also, you cannot change your name at the moment. This is due to people using it for inappropriate names, but I felt that should have been one of the first things they should have recognized. It's the internet after all. They should have recognized that and been, in turn, prepared for it. Now you are Fall Guy number whatever. I am Fall Guy number 8998. And I feel like a prisoner. Forced to play these games as punishment just to get a chance of freedom.
Fall Guy 8998 did a bad thing.
Stop it! No! I'm a good guy! I'm not a bad prisoner! No! I didn't do a bad thing, please! I wanna go! The game does have a lot of potential, and I could easily see it being something people regularly play. It is definitely flavor of the month right now, but there's nothing wrong with that. I do see it having a steady player base as time goes on, and hopefully more cosmetics too, but I highly believe that they will do that. I have some ideas that developers can steal if they want. Firstly, make Tail Tag and Team Tail Tag work on a time system. And what I really mean by that is that the longer you hold onto a tail, the more points you should get. That way you're rewarded for holding onto the tail for as long as possible, instead of what it is now where just grab it at the last second. Secondly, make a team mode. I just think this would be a fun addition to the game, as well as allow more team minigames. That way you're not waiting for your buddy to lose before you can start another one. And lastly, and this one is just sorta off the cuff, so Maybe make it so your lobby can vote on minigames? I'm really not too sure about that one because then you might play the same 4 minigames over and over, but it could be a good idea, maybe if it implemented correctly. Make a custom game mode for friends. That sounds like it'd be a rip snorting good time. Also make a rabbit costume. Oh, sorry, what? When I started this review, I was originally going to give this game 7 carrots out of 10, but as I've written more and more and played more and more, I've come to realize that this game is truly an 8 out of 10. It's just dumb, fun, and it's easy to get into. Matches don't take long, so you can get one in between taking care of the baby or in between arguments with your spouse. Nearly all the minigames are fun, and customization options are a welcome addition. Not to mention, they're going to have seasons for the game, which would definitely increase replayability even more than it already is. And that's saying something. The only thing holding it back right now are a few bad minigames and connection problems, which will definitely get ironed out soon enough. More modes would not hurt either, but as it is, Fall Guys is a fun game to play, and it's easy enough to get into. There's no big investment, so you can just play whenever you want. Also, if it seems like this was rushed, just know it was a little bit partially, but not because I wanted to ride the wave of Fall Guys while it was popular, but more the fact that in 2 days right now, well, I guess it'll probably be the day I leave, more likely than not, but right now, at the time of recording, 2 days from now, I will be going to London to see my boyfriend. I'm excited, and I wanted to get this out before I go, so I just don't have to fret over it while I'm over there. So, no, this one goes out to you, Hugo. Fall Guys gets 8 out of 10 carrots.